You are tuning in to 2HotRadio, the party app. I am your girl, Princess with the Real. And you know, I like my guests to introduce themselves. So I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself to the people and let them know where you're from.
Hey, I'm Trivolafyre. I'm from Orangeburg, South Carolina. Actually, it's a small town called Norway, but everybody knows about Orangeburg.
Okay. And so you've been out there all your life?
Basically, yeah, all my life. Grew up in the country, raised in the country. My mom's from Brooklyn, though.
Okay. And so when did you first say, you know what, I want to get into this music?
Ooh,
what age were you decided this
my
is
very
something you
first
want to get
encounter?
into? Uh-huh.
Okay, my very first encounter probably be it'd be fourth grade. Like I was bored one day and they had a band call, right? And they needed people for the drum line. So I immediately wanted to be on the drums. So I ran down the hallway to go sign up. And then when I found out that they played primarily radio music, I was locked in. And then maybe a couple years later, my 12th grade year, I started recording because one of my cousins did a song and he came to school and everybody loved it. And I was like, I want that type of good attention. So I want positive attention, not bad attention. So I got into music and I wasn't that great when I started, but I just kept going.
But what made you want to get into the drums?
I don't know. It's that drum set. You know, you little and your parents buy you that drum set. Princess, I beat a hole in that drum in this very room back in the day. So when I seen the drums, and then at first I had the snare drum. It was a bit light, and I was like, okay, I can carry this, but it hurt my shoulders. And I tried out the quads. They was too heavy. I ain't but so big. I tried out the bass drum, and it was the power that it had with it. Like it made everybody move a certain way. And I was like, how do I continue to go through life making people smile like that when they hear great stuff? So I would get in trouble sometimes. I would play radio stuff out of nowhere at football games. I've even won competitions like that. Like what they call them? Like parades with the bands be at. We've won competitions clearly off that. But those drums,
oh wow,
they control stuff. You know, you turn that bass up. I see you jamming when you be riding. You turn that bass up and get into it. Yeah.
So that's why you was into the drums.
Yeah. And I mean, well, aside from that, I mean, we got into every football game free. I love the drums though after that.
Okay, of course. Yeah. That's where all the ladies was at.
There you go. All in there.
So now talk about that transition, you know, growing up, you know, being into the music and how that was as far as being able to get the money to, you know, do the things that you wanted to do.
Okay. Well, when I began, of course, you know, like most artists, I began with nothing. Was trying to turn it into something. So at first, you remember what's that movie? I Got the Hook Up.
Mm-hmm.
Black and Blue. Me and my homie really sold cell phones to our classmates that parents wouldn't allow them to get cell phones back in the day when you could activate them online.
Mm-hmm.
We sold the cell phones and I was able to use my profit to like pay one of my cousins to engineer my stuff at the time. We didn't know what we was doing.
Oh, wow, okay.
We did not know anything we were doing. I don't even know why I paid. but it was a step in the right direction, and it just, I don't know, it took over after a while. Cause I started off horrible.
You say you started off horrible?
I had to hang that call up. Somebody called me. But I started off horrible. Woo, horrible. Because I want to do, like, my thing wasn't big time rap, and everybody else was with the bars and the rap. Me, I was more entertaining than I was a rapper, and I noticed that early. So I slowly floated into that lane of being entertaining. Then I brought the bars in with it, and then when I found my sound, like that goes with my voice, like, you know, just all the notes and the high notes, I cut loose. I found my sound probably like maybe 2-3 years ago, to be honest with you. I had been going since 12th grade. That's 2012.
Oh wow.
So
Okay. So 2-3 years. You've been going since 2012, and it's 2021, and you just found your sound 2-3 years ago.
yes, just found it. It
So
took
what had been going on? What were you doing? What were you doing those years that you feel like was working for you, that you kept doing it for so long? Like, what was going on at that time?
Well, what was working was my networking abilities. Like, though I didn't have the music, I would go in any room and talk as if I had it. Like, I just made sure
Okay.
I always, my producer / engineer, he raised me in a way. So I'm like a second generation artist. He used to work for Interscope, and he's worked with Cash Money and Kurt Franklin, No Limit, all that. So I'm a second generation. So he trained me to be able to be in those rooms.
Okay.
Yeah, so he just made sure I was set, basically, mouthpiece wise. But mainly, network kept me alive, and just the will to be better, because you would see people looking at me crazy, and I'd be like, all music ain't barred up. Some of it's just catchy, man. But half of it's entertainment. It's only like 10% music. The rest is, it's work.
But did you feel like, it wasn't your sound? Did you feel like you was not, going against the grain of who you were all of those years?
Yeah.
Like, what made you? Okay.
I felt as if I was kind of playing myself, because I was pretending to be something I wasn't in a way. Like today,
Okay.
I found my sound, so you get me. You get how I feel, things I've been through, how I live on the weekends or the weekday. But back then, you was getting that typical, that rah-rah ratchet shit you hear that was going to keep you in the club and not in stadiums. It's going to hold me back. So I had to switch up the sound in order to advance myself.
Okay, so in the beginning with your music, would you say it wasn't you were just rapping and stuff about things that you felt like people was going to like?
There you go.
Okay.
I was basically trying to fit in, and I didn't have no originality. And that was my downfall in my head. That was my downfall. So I just had to keep working and find a sound that fit my look, my sound, and everything. And here I am today.
Okay. So, we're going to transition, to, did someone tell you that wasn't your sound? Or like, what was that moment like when you realized, like, okay, I got to switch it up, the sound, this ain't me?
When I played myself back, like, listening to yourself by yourself is one thing. But when you take it around other people, then I didn't feel comfortable playing it.
Oh, wow.
I didn't feel comfortable.
Why? What made you get to that point after all of them years?
It was just, it sounded, production-wise, it was great, but I knew I could do better. I always been like that. Like, if I do something with my right hand, I got to teach myself to do it with my left hand too, because it might be better than my right hand. I always knew I could do better. I even record like that. My engineer tell you, I do a line on a song 10 times before I get it right sometimes, because I don't write half of the time.
Okay, so you don't write. You just been
I don't
going
write
to
half
art.
of the time. I do pen though. Don't get me wrong. I do pen. I ain't gonna lie. I do pen, but I don't write half of the time, because some of it need to be all feeling sometimes. Some things just survive.
Okay. And then, so I'm just still trying to understand how you went so many years, and then just all of a sudden you don't want nobody to hear the music. Like, as far as you not trying to showcase the music, were you showcasing it before then?
Before I met my producer.
You never really showcased it.
Before I met my producer, no, because I didn't understand the business side at all yet. I wasn't even spending my money wisely. I just didn't understand it. So once I understood the business side, I knew how to present myself. Because before then, I was just recording with, like I said, I started with my cousin. I was just recording and wasn't releasing nothing, wasn't mixing and mastering. So it just sounded how we recorded. And then when I played it back, I didn't feel as confident as I did when I made it. So I was like, I need to go take this serious. So I need to go find somebody who's going to take this very serious. And I locked in.
Okay. And so that was 3 years ago is when you first locked in.
That's when I tapped in. I got great, but I locked in maybe 5 years ago. But 3 years ago was when I hit a stride, and then I couldn't miss after a while.
Okay, so let's go back to when you tapped in then. Look.
Yes, okay.
Okay, we're gonna go to the tap, then we're gonna come back to the lock. So when you tapped in 5 years ago, what was that? Because you say you found your sound 3 years ago. So when you tapped in, you still ain't had your sound when you tapped in.
Nope. I was experimenting. Me and my producer, he had just began a label. He had just moved down here from the California way. And I found out through my grandmother that found out I was doing music. That was my cousin. And she was like, you have a cousin in the industry that if you want to take this serious, you got to go to him, but you got to be serious. Don't play around. Don't waste your time. So I mean, one day he just pulled up after a couple of my cousins went down there. He pulled up, and then I was the only one that went. Like, everybody else went to hang outside and play around. And I was like, yo, I'm going to go to the studio, y'all. And they thought I was joking. So I started going by myself. And then he sat down with me, and that's when we started that tap in and started creating that sound. And he was like, what kind of sound you want? And I was like, I play with my vocals a lot, so I don't want to be the bar rapper of, like, too much of that punchline. So he taught me how to sing because he knew how to sing, and that was it. I mixed it. I went and blended it like one big smoothie.
Okay. So that's when you started playing with some things, trying to figure out what the flow was gonna be. You started feeling better about things.
There you go.
Okay.
And he introduced me to,
I gotta make sure I understand, because I'm a country girl, and when I say words, people don't be knowing what my words be meaning. So I just wanted to understand what tapped in meant. So your tap in means you tapped in to try to figure out what the craft is got to be like.
There you go.
Okay. And then how was you paying for everything?
Well, I would save my little $20, $30 I was making at the time or something for, like, babysitting or anything. Like, at the time I didn't have much funds going, but whatever I got, I would save it. And then, I don't know, bro, he seen something in me, so he didn't charge me for some of the stuff. He was like, come lock in and work, because nobody else would come down and be serious and work. Even though they had the money all the time, they wouldn't pop up. But I made it my way to come down there. Like, the studio would be 2-3 miles away. I would walk. I wouldn't care. In the rain, I would get there. Because I wanted it that bad. He's like, if you want it that bad, I can't keep it from you, man.
Okay. So right now, what are you doing to continue to fund the career?
Well, I do features and I do graphics too. Those are my two businesses when the pandemic began. You know how everybody got locked in the house, basically? We're not locked in the house, but everybody was in the house. And I was like, what can I do from home that's going to make me more than going out there? And I started a graphic business. I started off at real low prices, and I wasn't that great. But like I said, I try to make myself better. So I got better and better with graphics. And then I do features. I do deals. And yeah, that's how I basically fund my stuff. I grind to the point where I have to grind again, basically.
Okay. And now, do you have children, family at home?
No children currently.
Okay. I was about to say, how does that work-life balance? Trying to balance that home life and that work.
Yeah, but
so what is your game plan? Do you plan on?
I'm listening.
I was just about to say, do you plan on starting a family?
Oh yes, it's gonna be a whole lot of little fires running around.
Okay. And so now, in regards to, you're doing graphic designs and stuff, and you're doing music, where's your passion really at? Because both of them was craft that you had to learn and teach yourself. So which one do you like doing the most?
Music. It's effortless now.
Music, okay.
When I found my sound, it became so effortless. Like, yeah, I had to say music. Graphics is close. It's about that close, but music for sure.
Okay.
I can do it without
with the music. Okay, and now with the music, what are you working on right now, and what kind of music is it that you're dropping? Is it just about your life, and the things that you've been through, or is it about other things that you've seen or been around?
Okay, what I'm working on currently is No Deal 3. It's actually done. I just got to mix and master it. I got my 2 DJs, DJ Chemo, he's in Atlanta, and DJ South, he's in Texas. And they're gonna host it for me. So I'm working on No Deal 3. I just released Levels. That was something because everybody was waiting for No Deal 3. So I was like, let me just drop Levels. And what was the other part of that question?
And then so look, I done forgot myself. The other part of the question was
we two countries.
The other
Both
part of the
countries.
question was, what is it? What kind of music do you drop? Is it just about you, or is it, do you have music about things that you've seen or been around?
Most of my stuff is environmental. It's what I've seen, been around, and I love making music that just takes people away from where they're at. Like, I want you to be able to put in the headphones, and if you put my stuff in, now you're in the biggest club in California or where you want to be, because I'm going to take you there. You're going to ride with me, basically. So all my music is, I primarily based it off good feelings, emotions, and just positivity. I don't make too much dark music. I used to, but you get what you put in that microphone. It's like a magic box.
Oh yeah. So now, do you in regards to your music, are you singing and rapping or just rapping?
Both. I combo on both.
Both. Okay. And now I heard you say you mix and master. Is that correct?
Oh no, I said I'm getting it mixed and mastered.
Okay. So the DJ
my
you
newest
named
project
out is the one.
It's in the process of being mixed and mastered currently.
Okay. I have to ask because some people do mix and mastering as well. So I had to make sure I backtrack that one and ask that question.
They want to teach me. I think I'm willing to learn. I'm willing.
But here's my thing is you gotta perfect something, like do something really well first and then bring the next thing in, because if you're trying to learn everything, it's going to be hard to balance. Right. You trying to learn everything and then taking one thing to the top. Get one thing above ground, to the top a little bit, and then start working on everything, so that way now it's all lining up and our money coming in on all levels.
Right, that's a balance. You're right.
Yes, balance it. Look, don't be trying to learn all these crafts at the same time. Learn one, master that, and then move to the next.
Facts. Big facts. Hey, we need that on a shirt. Real.
So now, in these last 3 years, what helped you to get your sound?
I brought better people around me with different types of music, and I went and I broadened what I listen to. I already listen to. I'm the friend when the car, you don't give me the aux cord. You might get anything. You never know. I might play a Chinese trap song for all we know. I don't even know what they're saying, but I love the vibe. So listening to everything, it kind of blended up in me. Like, I mean, from Jay-Z to one of my favorites, Eazy-E, to Taylor Swift. It's that crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just mix it. I listen to everything, and I'm one big blender. That's how I put myself. I'm one big blender. Because whatever I go in the shower and sing is what I stick with. I just keep it honest with you. If it sounds good in the shower, I take it to work.
Okay. So you practice in the shower?
Yeah. That was when I first discovered I had a little tiny voice, at the time. I was like, it sounds all right. Because, the acoustics in the shower, I was like, what if I get in the studio? And then I did the same thing, and it was like, that'll fly.
Okay. And so now, now you got your sound, you figured it out, you figured out what the sound is going to be. And now what happened after that in the next 3 years of your life? Just discuss your life in regards to your music. Did you start getting booked for shows? What changed for you to say, this is my sound?
I ran into somebody that I respected very highly that was, from this area that made it pretty big. And then he was like, yo, that's your sound, but a lot of people ain't gonna like it. But he said, like, that's your sound. He said, you need to stay there. And then, like I said, as I kept listening to myself, I started loving it, Princess. Like, for real. I started loving what I was hearing. And I started treating myself like when I hear 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne and Thug in them, I started treating myself like that. But the shows being booked is what launched me. Like my bro, my producer, they made sure I was on a stage doing something when there was something big coming up. And that was it. Like getting on stage was never a big thing because I like attention. I love it. But getting on stage and doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a right and wrong way for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So put me on
stage.
So
how do you think you did on stage? How was the crowd?
Crowd was amazing. I got there and didn't think it was gonna be that big. So my first performance was kind of rough. I lost some of the words because I was so tired of it. Yeah. But I improvised because, like I said, my stuff got a lot of notes in it, so I could cover it up with a nice, something fit in there.
How you mess up your own song?
I don't know. You forgot I'm country as hell too. Shit. I just like but yeah, my first performance I messed it up a little bit, but other things was hitting so hard to the point where nobody caught it. And just constantly performing, and even when my most recent performance, I actually came to Georgia in November of last year. After that King Von situation, I had a show down there with my DJ. And I was like, at first it was in that area. And I was like, oh man, then they moved it to the east side. And when I came down there, look at here, I'm gonna tell you something. I did not know, I ain't expect East Atlanta to be that friendly to me. They don't even know me. Mm-hmm. I love it down there. Mm-hmm. I'll come perform again for free. I don't care. I love it. Because the crowd got so into it, I didn't give them one song. I gave them a whole set. I gave them like 5 songs in my left.
Okay.
Yeah, so performing really gets me lit because a lot of my stuff is what I call performance music because of how it sounds.
Well, go ahead and give me some kind of performance right now. I want to hear something. Go ahead and freestyle something for me.
Freestyle? Not a freestyle. Can I give you something that's already there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's see. For instance, like Levels is out right now. I'll give you the bars of Levels. Dirty Diana, red bottom, she gonna dance with the devil. Carlos Santana. Like Stevie, I play that piano. I ride in Atlanta, got hoes in Atlanta, pull up Panamera. You know what I'm saying? Just random shit. Like my shit really just gets pasted. That's how I do my stuff. I just say randoms and I paste them and I go back and fix. But I'm not a big time freestyler, and I can admit that. Hey, you gotta live your truth right here.
Look, you should have said that. Look, when somebody asks you a question, that ain't you. Just say it. Just say it.
I'm gonna still show up for you. You told me to shoot the shot. Look at here. I'm gonna shoot it right or left-handed. So, hey, we princess, we keep it.
Look, but don't let nobody catch you slipping though. You don't want to get caught slipping. That be the other thing. Because you don't want to be up for the talent and then you get caught slipping and you mess up your whole opportunity when you could have just backed out. So you got to remember that as well.
It is facts, but I ain't gonna lie to you. In my head, before you call, I was thinking about a freestyle because I've been watching. I was like, she's gonna ask me to do something. I don't know what it is. She's gonna ask me to do something. And then when the repairman came, I said, what the world was I thinking of earlier? Let me just make this Zoom call. But yeah, I just like that. I enjoy myself, bro.
And everybody don't like the freestyle. Everybody don't like that on cue, like, oh, freestyle. And some people feel like, nah, I ain't finna do that. You got to pay for that. So, and I understand if you bow out. So that's what I'm saying. Like in career, with anything going on with the music stuff, is when you're asked that uncomfortable question and you feel like, oh, okay, that's not my lane. You want to make sure you know how to respond in a way to where you don't have to do something that's not, something you want to do really. Because you don't want to put yourself, even though, they always be like, oh, every image is a good image as long as there's something out there. I believe that, you want your best out there. Yes.
Hey, at least I ain't pull a smoke perk. You remember his stuff? that limelight stuff, really in the limelight. Looks like they ain't pulled that one. He kept repeating that thing about 30 times.
I don't even really be up on it like that. I don't even really be up on it like that. But so, okay, now with your music, now and the DJs, you work with 2 DJs in 2 different areas. Are they putting your music in rotation anywhere? Do you have any shows, coming up?
I'm in the heavy rotation, actually, out there in Georgia, in Atlanta. He got me, I got like 7 songs on the radio at Street Madness Radio. Yeah, okay, he made sure I got 7 in them. Man.
What station is that?
Say it again.
What station is that?
Oh, Street Madness Radio. It's an indie station.
Like it's a station on online, or is it like I can turn to it in the car?
Oh no, it's online. It's online.
Online. Okay.
It's online. Okay. You can get it through online radio box, or you can search it through the internet. But it's on there. It's online, and they have they have a pretty good following. I like what they're building there because they got segments.
Oh yeah, a lot of online radios have big followers.
Mm-hmm. You know.
Yep. A lot of online radios have, so that's, look, nothing against online radio, but that's why I ask so people know how to go find it, so that way they can tune in and listen to those tracks in rotation. Facts. So outside of having it there, what else are you doing to push your music right now?
Currently, let's see. Currently, right now that's the move right now, radio. And then we had the tour set before the pandemic hit, but I was like, we can't just cancel it, y'all. So they was like, we're gonna get a smaller tour on a smaller scale or so, but I'm still gonna make sure I come through Georgia and act crazy and go through other parts of other states too. But I'm gonna be performing soon. Once this summer open up, Trivo back on stage.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, so you looking forward to performing? That's what you love doing.
Oh yeah, I love the energy.
You like that attention, you said.
Yeah, I love busting the sweat. It's something about it. You get a little exercise, have a little fun, get some free stuff.
Now I see some grades. In there. Now, how old are you?
I am 27.
27 with grades.
Yeah.
You stressing?
I don't know how.
That mean you stressing. You stressing?
I don't know. I thought they were good grades. I don't have any stress going. I mean, well, not right now. I've had moments.
See, not right now. Not right now. Look.
Yeah, there's a few grades though.
Look,
I ain't gonna lie.
Stressing.
At first, I didn't like it at all. Because I always wore my facial hair kind of thick. So once I started, like I say, getting further into music, bro was like, hey, you got to, take that off, bro. Get it, a little something, I was like, all right. So I trim it. Then I was like, hey, bro, I got a little something going on right here. I couldn't even see this before, but I've had these for a while. I ain't know. But I like it, though.
Well, see, the thing is you're young, so you still have time to do a lot of stuff in your career. Like, so what are some things that you want to do?
Oh, man, I want to do, like, how can I say, concerts is not a good enough example of what I want to do. I want to sell out these arenas. You get what I'm saying? Like, sell them out 20, 30,000 deep. Get placed in movies. That's going to happen too. But placed in movies. And then eventually, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna take the music and I'm gonna flip myself into a producer when I get older, most likely. I'm gonna still do, artist stuff, but I want to flip myself into a producer in the long run.
Why?
They make more than us, to be honest. They make more, and it's kind of fun because you're kind of like, it's a plane. You have a co-pilot, but you're the pilot. Plane fly on your say so when you're the producer.
But you're not gonna get as much of the attention, and you like the attention.
Sometimes it work in different ways. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice something.
Okay, so you're gonna sacrifice the attention for the more money?
Yeah, I might.
So at that time, you in it for the money, and you ain't in it for the passion.
No, I mean I'm in for the passion, but I'm just saying I know they make more. I just know they make more. Right? I know they make
So
more.
look, is you in it for the money, or is you in it because you really got the passion with it?
Okay, I'm in this music because I got a passion for it. Like I've done it without money. I could do it without money, and I wake up every day and it's something with music, no matter what. I can't name one day that doesn't involve me with music of some type, no matter what I'm doing.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. Cause it started. Look, you started that way, and then it started to sound like, oh, okay, he's not in it for that. He's in it for the money.
Nah, but I wouldn't mind some of the producing checks though. Oh my God. A production check? Ooh-wee.
Look, they say you can't get that one now.
I'm about to show up in a whole different outfit and trick them.
Okay, so what's next for you? Do you have any upcoming shows that you want the people to know about? And also let everybody know how they can follow you and, stay connected with what you got going.
Upcoming shows, those are to be announced, but I am dropping No Deal 3 very soon. It's going to have 10 tracks, production from Uncle Marvin Music, Astro Beats, DJ Chemo, and DJ South of the Sound Cartel. He's 1/10 of the Sound Cartel. It's a bunch of them. I have that coming up. I'm working on Scary Movie 2. That's another mixtape. It is DJ South. He's a mad scientist too. He's a mad scientist. But I'm working on that. Shows to be announced because I have to schedule those. But I for sure will be in Georgia. That's right next to me. I'll be there. Once DJ Chemo give me a call and say, bro, I need you on stage tonight, do a set, I show up.
Okay. Well, and now how can everybody find you in your music?
You can search every platform at Trivolafyre. That's TRIVOLAFYRE. Every platform.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you for doing this interview, sitting down, telling me a little bit about your musical story. And I hope great things for you in the future. I'll continue to watch and see what's going on. Continue to, follow your dreams and follow what is, follow your sound.
Facts.
So I appreciate you, and I appreciate you for tuning in to 2HotRadio, the Party app, and we'll be in touch.
Appreciate you too, Princess. Hold it down.